And here we are, Funkin' at Freddy's. I'm glad I'm getting this video out before version 2 has dropped, because this ranking right here is entirely of the original songs from Funkin' at Freddy version 1. That's all I'm ranking. In fact, I haven't even listened to the teasers or the new songs that are planned for version 2 because I want to be very surprised by version 2's full release and playthrough. So, I am going into this only knowing about the version 1 songs. I haven't heard anything new. That's because I'm waiting to be surprised. And I'm really excited for version 2 because I hear a lot of people say that it's going to be great. And yeah, that's kind of cool. But until then, I have no opinions on the new songs because I haven't heard any of them yet. This is entirely on version 1, the original songs from the original mod. Okay? Okay. Glad we got that clarified. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's hope there's nothing that's just completely and totally awful, right?
How does anyone find that funny? If you laughed at it, there's something seriously wrong with you.
This is called Fazbars, and, look, it's a G tier. You already know it is. This song is doing what it can to be bad. I gotta ask, why do we keep getting songs like this? Do people find this actually funny? They never have been funny. And I don't understand what anyone can look at and think, oh, lol, it's bad music. It's not funny. It's never funny. I'm really just tired of this. Can we get actually funny songs that aren't just, oh, look how bad I can make a piece of music? Moving on to actual music now.
Can't go that way for some reason. What the hell?
Midnight is so boring. Look, I'll just go ahead and say this. I think this purple guy chromatic is actually, I kind of like it. It's not the best chromatic ever. Obviously, versus FNAF 3's chromatic is infinitely better, but I like this chromatic more than Orpal Guy, so that's something. This beat is just, it doesn't do Purple Guy or Boyfriend justice. Boyfriend sounds really compressed and it's not fun to listen to. Purple Guy is barely anything melody-wise that's interesting. The instrumental feels empty, and I get the tone that this song is going for, but it's really nothing that great. It's just, like, this one feels like it's trying too hard to focus on its tone and then kind of goes overboard with it to a point where I really don't like. Just, this one's so boring. The little glitchy part where the instrumental kind of changes up is nice enough, I guess, and the ending is okay, but the rest of the song is just so sleep material. Consequences. This is definitely a worse song than the one in Orpal Guy, so congratulations, Orpal Guy. You had a significantly better song than this one. And again, Orpal Guy also has overall a better soundtrack in version 3 compared to this mod, but whatever. There's really not much to say here. Old Man Consequences is too quiet, Boyfriend is too quiet, the instrumental is eh. Like, admittedly, this one is better than Midnight because at least this one tonally feels a little bit more faithful to Old Man Consequences as a character. And I guess I can kind of vibe with the more chill atmosphere, but the problem is it's trying too hard to be chill and nothing else, and then it just ends up becoming boring. that's really all I have to say about this one. It's just boring.
Fun fact: a friend of mine hates this song a lot.
Bruh. Okay. So, this song is a real mixed bag for me, and I know I'm not the only one because some people love this song to pieces, and some people hate this song to pieces. So, where do I stand? I gotta admit, I lean far more to the dislike category than I do the like category. I'll give my praises, though. There are a few points in this song that I actually really like. This opening is surprisingly nice. I'm not a huge fan of how Shadow Bonnie sounds, but this opening is, like, actually not bad. And then the tonal shift happens, and that's when my biggest problem with this song comes up. I do not like how Shadow Bonnie sounds in this spammy style. Like, this whole song has so much unnatural spam to it. And it really makes me like this one not much. I actually don't really like any of these sections. Like, when it slows down, the instrumental actually focuses instead of just sounding like random drums and random chaotic melodies. Then it's like, okay, I can kind of get into this a bit more. There are a few points where Shadow Bonnie at least sounds like he's trying his best to maintain some kind of melody, and then Boyfriend is actually able to keep said melody. Boyfriend really does carry several of these parts. But otherwise, this whole thing just feels like a mess. This one also got a remaster, which I guess is better, but not by a lot. Still has a lot of my main issues, just slightly more focused-ish. I don't know, I didn't give the re-listen, or the remaster that many listens. Maybe I will more. Maybe that's the version that's gonna be in version 2, which in case that means I guess I have listened to one of the version 2 songs. I don't even know. Either way, not really a fan of Umbra. So much messy spam. The instrumental feels all... it just feels wrong. And it's a shame, because the opening and the ending of this song, and the big climactic dramatic part, where everything sort of slows down and focuses in, and it's the duet, like, those are good parts, those are really good parts, but the rest of the song just feels like it was thrown together in a mess, and I do not like it. It's ranking higher than the others because I do enjoy parts of this song, but the rest of it just kind of gives me a headache, honestly. Not a fan of this one for the most part. There is potential if they can just fix this instrumental and make Boyfriend and Shadow Bonnie, for that matter, sound better, because again, Boyfriend's compressed, not my favorite thing ever. Whatever. Moving on. Don't like this one. You can't. I mean, where do I start with this one? I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get my biggest complaint out of the way right now. I do not like the way Boyfriend sounds in this song. Like, I just don't. He sounds so crushed and compressed. It is... like, I get they were trying to go ghostly and compressed to fit the style, and it just doesn't work. This combination makes him really not sound good. Purple Guy still sounds good, I'll give him that much, and the instrumental is actually one of the more admittedly decent ones. But I just... Boyfriend doesn't do much for me in this one. This opening is also sort of just... like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just kinda... Then Afton has this whole bit where it's a solo. Admittedly, I kind of like this part. There's a bit too many empty spaces for me to just love it, but I do like this small little solo bit. And I also like how his sprites change up. That's kind of neat. And then Boyfriend just pops off with... Again, if his vocals were good, I would probably really like that. I also just love the whole concept of just like Afton doing that whole solo and then Boyfriend just pops off. Like, Boyfriend just like, dude, I do not care, you just killed me. I ain't about to sing your entire solo back to you. Take this spam. Like, Boyfriend feels more like the opponent here, which is kind of neat. I'm disappointed because this song has potential, but it just falls flat. And these slower parts also don't feel great tonally speaking. The ending is okay, but otherwise this song just... Nah. There are a lot better ones. Dismantle and Retribution make this song look like a joke. But Red TV is working on the remake of this song for version 2, so... Who knows, this might just become an absolute banger.
Bittersweet, but fitting.
Salvage. Okay. The instrumental is good. Let me get that straight off the bat. I like this instrumental. Boyfriend actually sounds good. Yay, no more compressed vocals. But... I have one big problem with the song, and that's Springtrap's vocals. I do not like the way he sounds in this song. Like, they're not awful vocals, but they are just... They're weird, I'll be honest. I don't know really what to say about this chromatic. It's just... At least this song in particular really does not utilize them very well. The other Springtrap song in this mod does these vocals significantly better. But like... and the song also feels slow. I like the mechanical kind of vibe it's going for, because again, the instrumental is pretty good, but this whole song just feels like it's not really doing much. The main melody is okay, and this little intense pop-off point feels underwhelming. It's just kind of weird. Why did they include 2 Springtrap songs? The other one is significantly better than this one, so... I'm not really sure how to feel about this one. This feels like the most filler song of the group. So, eh. Celebrate! You know what? I'm not really celebrating that we're here at the song, but like, this is actually sort of okay. Like, this song ain't great, but it's not bad necessarily. It captures a kind of nice, cozy sort of vibe. Not exactly something that you can like listen to and just ascend to, but it's just like sort of nice, short, sweet, and simple. I kind of like that. Afton's vocals are utilized pretty well here. Boyfriend's a bit too compressed for my liking, but I mean the instrumentals, again, nice and cozy. Definitely fits that kind of restaurant vibe. This is overall just a basic, but not necessarily a bad song. Just sort of... it's doing what it can. I can definitely see this song improving a lot. Make the instrumental even more hyped up, give it much more of a swing type of feel, and I think that would help improve this song a lot. As well, of course, making it a bit longer since this song is pretty short. Maybe speed it up a bit too? That one is a bit debatable though, so all in all, this is a fine song, but I'm interested to see how they can improve it, because there's some building blocks here that could make this song really good. Here we have Follow Me. Unironically, when I first heard this song, I was actually sort of bobbing my head to it. Like, I genuinely like the song. It's catchy. Afton's vocals are used pretty well. This opening melody is surprisingly good. Like, I've got this stuck in my head before. The instrumental is solid. Although, after this intro, this part sort of is just... Like, it's not bad, but also really kind of just... The duet section also sounds a little bit more on the messy side, but the ending is really catchy as well. Like, overall, this song definitely has a good primary melody, and I hope that in the version 2 of Funkin' at Freddy's, they keep this main melody at least somewhat intact. They just improve on all the rest of the song that's not very good. Overall, an alright song, actually. Kind of enjoy it for what it is, just can totally see room for improvement. It is time! Nightmare. This is the song I was referring to earlier back with Salvage. This one is significantly better, and it's not even close. Nightmare is actually kind of a good song. Every other song I've mentioned up to this point is like, okay, or really bad, or meh. But Nightmare is the first song that it's like, I'm legitimately vibing to this one. Mostly because of this instrumental, it is really good. It's very catchy and fits Springtrap pretty well, and the vocals, despite them not being my favorite vocals ever, I much more prefer Versus FNAF 3's Springtrap. But I think this song does his vocals a lot better. They actually sound much more natural in this one. And Boyfriend sounds pretty good too here. The sound effects used actually feel fitting, unlike in Salvage where you just get random sound bites playing that don't feel like they fit. Here, every sound makes sense. And especially with the whole fiery background, it really does only make this one feel far more intense than it probably would otherwise. I like all of the added voice lines. They make this one feel a lot more full. And I like the duet pop-off point too. It's really good. The main melody is pretty memorable. Like, this was the Springtrap FNF song before Everlasting completely destroyed Nightmare. I think this one could be improved with a better chromatic for Springtrap, and maybe a bit more variety since it does get slightly repetitive. But the main thing I just would like fixed is make Springtrap a better chromatic and make Boyfriend a bit louder since he does get kind of buried under the instrumental. Also, this alarm section, even though it's good, make the alarm a little bit quieter as well. Maybe add a few more melodies, make it a little longer, and this song would be even better.
But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
It's time. We got him. We got MatPat in Just a Theory. Yeah, I definitely like this chromatic for MatPat more than Orpo Guy. Definitely. Even though both chromatics are good, I kinda like this one slightly more. I love his sprites and how much they reference his original sprite work that he uses in his videos. I love that this is an entire recreation of the main game theory theme. That's really cool. Boyfriend sounds nice, duetting with MatPat. The instrumental rocks. Like, this is just a really good and catchy song. But I still have a little problem with this one. It is, at the end of the day, just a remix cover of the main game theory theme. So, docking a few points there, but then again, that theme is so good that it's like, I can't really be too mad at this one, because at least it's a good recreation, and I do enjoy it. Kinda wish the instrumental was a bit more intense at points, because sometimes the instrumental feels like it's lacking behind. Only a few points though. Overall, a good song, just... I feel like there's room for improvement. Also, fun fact, this is literally the only song in this mod where Girlfriend shows up. That's kinda neat. All I'm saying is Fourth Wall and Just a Theory were the easy top 2 of this mod. Like, I've never had a so clear, yeah, no, this is definitely my top 2. I ended up picking this one as my number 1, though, over Just a Theory, due to the fact that I think the instrumental stays more consistently good across the whole song. Plus, I just end up liking this one more. I love Scott's vocals, they sound incredible. This main melody is great. I mean, it is kind of a big remix of the FNAF World Scott Calvin boss fight theme, but even then, this is such an incredibly well done version of it that I end up preferring this one 10 times more than the original, so that's a pretty big victory in my eyes. I love how Boyfriend sounds here, yay, he's not compressed. I also like his little sprite work, it definitely feels like something you'd see in FNAF World. I love all the animations, the background looks really cool. This is just all around a really good song. If this one does get updated for version 2, the only thing I'd really hope they change is to make it a little less repetitive, since I do see some people talk about how, oh, the song just kind of repeats itself over and over. And like, if you don't like the song because of that reason, I could sort of understand that. Me personally, I'm just raw. I just love this one. It's really catchy and gets in my head real easy. And I love this slower, more intense part. There is something so dramatic about it that I just really like. And then followed up with that, you know? Yeah, he got a good charming laugh out of me. The song maybe isn't perfect, but I don't care because I love it. It's so catchy. That's it. That's Funkin at Freddy's. I surprisingly enjoyed this one. Like, this mod has not aged nearly as well as I hoped it had. A lot of the songs are eh. In fact, here's a material list to showcase what I mean. I'm just really not that big of an overall soundtrack like this. But I am very excited to see what version 2 has in store, and I will definitely be ranking it once it comes around and I have some time to make sure I've listened to every song well and through. I know I probably could be prepared in advance by listening to the version 2 songs before they're out, but I really want my first impressions to be when I see them fully in the mod. So, here's hoping it doesn't get cancelled. Please. That would be the worst possible thing to happen. Anyways, not really sure what I want to rank next. I have a few options, so maybe I'll make a community post on it. Until then, see you guys next time. Bye.